Thanks and welcome. I'm Kejang Henry at Timbe for the 6:15 news, our top stories. Tragic scene in Rumdiaja as two workers killed in the Afcon construction site when the decking roof of a 100-room hotel collapsed. And market women in Bilonge Douala on rampage to protest what they describe as excessive taxation and harassment by market revenue collectors. Top stories.
Canal International.
Well, thanks and welcome. I'm Kejang Henry at Timbe. You hook up with us, of course, on our social media handle. You can watch the news on YouTube and on Facebook. And I'll begin with this very tragic one that is coming from the Rumdiaja Stadium. 2 weeks where two construction workers were killed at the Afcon construction site when the decking roof of a 100 hotel collapsed. In fact, the dead bodies of the workers were discovered 1 week after the incident occurred. Ambo Gladys Diba reports with calls from our North Regional correspondent, Aisatu.
It is the deck of the fourth floor of this hotel under construction in Garwa that collapsed and killed the two boys, aged 16. Their lifeless bodies were found 1 week after their disappearance from public view. Their family members are inconsolable.
The
corpses in advanced state of decomposition were removed from the debris by gendarmes of the Pumpum Ray Gendarmerie Brigade and elements of the firefighting brigade. This was in the presence of their family members, the local population, municipal and judicial authorities. It is the deck of the building that collapsed and buried the boys, and firefighters arrived at the scene after being informed and removed their remains. We were not informed at the palace of their disappearance. If work on the site was complete, I don't think we would have lost our children. I know we must have advised them to avoid uncompleted building. We are calling on government to avoid a repeat of such an incident. Construction work on the hotel building was abandoned 2 years ago, and this raises questions on the future of the site that harbored the recent African Cup of Nations in Cameroon.
Thanks very much, Ambo Gladys Diban reporting there. Market women in Bilonge, that is in Douala, are on rampage to protest what they describe as excessive taxation and harassment by market revenue collectors. Not only they are being exploited, like they put it, they say they are constantly being chased away from the pedestrian precincts, though they pay their revenues. Details with Morindi.
These are traders at the Bilonge market in the Douala 3 council area. They are pouring out their anger after the revenue collector, backed by council agents, are destroying shops along road pavements described as illegal. Traders claim they continue to pay tickets of 1,000 francs CFA to the council for occupying same space. They are being chased away. The traders claim Bilonge Market is operating temporarily, even though created by women in 1992. Today, they are against what they have described as constant harassment and huge taxes from councils. They also want to know what the money collected from tickets is used for.
Quand il vient, je lui demande que dans l'action, avant de faire ce genre d'action, il faut
faire une réunion, convoquer une réunion, sensibiliser ces mamans.
The president of the market is disturbed by the tense atmosphere. He disagrees with the harsh method used by the said revenue collector. He advises sensitization and notifications to the traders before getting into any repressive fees is the best way to go about fighting this order. He, however, condemns the illegal occupation of road pavements by traders.
Toute activité commerciale, que ce soit sur un site couvert ou non couvert, est assujettie au paiement de l'OTVP.
At the Douala Free Council, the fourth assistant mayor condemns the attitude of the traders, whom he claims had been sensitized several times, but insists the law gives them the right to collect from anyone occupying public space to exhibit or sell their goods. Tension remains high as the council agents continue destroying makeshift structures or any goods on road pavements.
We are sorry for that technical hitch there. Thanks, Maureen. And when we stay with you, Maureen, as you are reporting that urban disorder is on the surge in Cameroon's economic capital, Douala. Many roads have been invaded by garbage heaps, which are actually vectors of communicable diseases. Maureen.
This is Douala 1 Council area, precisely at a place called Avenue Sudanese. Here the sidewalks serve as parking lots for trucks. It is no longer surprising for users to see trucks, machines, occupying a greater part of the roads, this to their greatest dismay. It contributes to the risk of accidents because roadside pavements are for users and the road for vehicles, but it is the contrary. At any time you can be knocked down by a vehicle. The cliches of urban disorder are numerous in the city of Douala. At the Bepanda Tone neighborhood, for example, welding workshops and garages obstruct the movements of pedestrians. Roadside traders have completely ignored the risk they could be exposed to sitting along the sidewalk. For some city dwellers, the population and authorities both have a hand in the disorder. They exaggerate. They do not even allow space for users. Road pavements are occupied by traders, which is not normal. The council should be responsible for it because they're playing a double game. They allow them to be there and they ask them to pay tickets or taxes. We went further this time around at the Massor Crossroads in the Douala 5 Council area. It is the same scenario. At the Douala 5 Council, the unbearable urban disorder is justified by the presence of construction sites in the area. Council officials envisage getting space to relocate traders occupying road pavements. In Douala 5, major construction works are ongoing, and this affects the road passing through Lokpom right up to Peka 13. Reason why you have a congestion of people in some roundabouts. When the roads will be over, then we will look for space and relocate the traders. For more than 10 years now, the issue of urban disorder has been persistent. Many have condemned and questioned the role and strategy of council management and governance system.
Thanks, Maureen. And the special dossier on urban disorder takes a look at the nasty nature of the streets, garbage on walk sites and other pedestrian presence competing with people and residents. Ambo Gladys Dibang talked to experts in public health, and they say that this is a very dangerous precedent.
This garbage heap blocking almost half of the road, a few meters away from the entrance to this school in Aqua Douala. A few meters away, another heap that extends to the gutters, but these seem not to be a hindrance to the shop owners close to the household waste who exhibit their goods. Just like others living and selling along the streets, they are uncomfortable with the stench, yet they go about their activities.
Nous souffrons déjà beaucoup ici à l'hôtel D.
We are very uncomfortable with the presence of this garbage heap. In the past, we used to do community work to clean the environment, but we are tired. Even the gutters are blocked. When the sun shines, the stench from the field leaves us very uncomfortable. We are pleading on the hygiene and sanitation company or whoever is in charge of waste disposal to clear them from the streets. Not far from Rompoint, Katriem, New Bell and Bonapriso, field has flooded the streets, extending to gutters. According to environmentalists, this field has effects on human health and advice in this era of circular economy, there is need to industrialize household waste.
La ville n'est pas belle à voir.
The town is not beautiful with this household waste. We find on streets in Douala, the smell, they breed mosquitoes and flies, and when it rains, they provoke floods, and these cause diseases like malaria and cholera. It is time we think about industrializing household waste. In Douala, the waste disposal rate stands at 45%, while in Kigali, it is close to 75%. I think it is time for the government to create waste transformation centers. Experts add to abandon the